You know, planning a trip is about so much more than just booking a flight, right? It's really about finding a destination where you can just be yourself. So today, we're going to dive into what makes a city or a beach town not just tolerant, but genuinely welcoming for LGBTQ plus travelers, and, how you can find that perfect spot for you. I mean, it seems like a pretty simple question, doesn't it? But it really gets to the very heart of what so many of us are looking for when we travel. Just a place to relax, to connect, and to feel completely at ease, without having to second-guess yourself or worry about judgment.
So let's kick things off with the big question. Before we even get into specific places, what does LGBTQ plus friendly even mean? It's a term that gets thrown around a lot, but really understanding why it's so important is the key to planning a truly amazing trip.
Yeah, true inclusivity is way more than just seeing a rainbow flag in a shop window. It's like a whole ecosystem. We're talking about places that have protective laws in place, businesses that are actual active allies, and a local culture that doesn't just tolerate diversity, but genuinely celebrates it. It's that feeling of safety and support from the minute you get there.
And when you find a place that has all that, the experience is on a completely different level. It stops being just about having fun. It's about connecting with local communities, diving headfirst into these amazing cultural events, and knowing that your money is actually supporting businesses that have your back. It's about finding that sense of belonging, even if you're thousands of miles from home.
All right, so now that we know what we're looking for, let's go find it. We're about to go on a little tour of some of America's most welcoming spots, from huge, bustling cities to chill beach towns and everywhere in between.
First stop, and I mean, where else could we start? San Francisco. You just can't talk about LGBTQ plus history in America without mentioning this city. For decades, it's been this shining beacon of pride and a real cornerstone of the community. The heart of it all is, of course, the Castro District, which is famous all over the world for its vibrant culture. You can just feel the energy, especially during the massive San Francisco Pride Parade. Or you can catch a classic film at the historic Castro Theater. It's a venue that's been celebrating the community's stories for a very long time. All right, let's jump from the West Coast all the way over to the East. We're landing right in the middle of the whirlwind that is New York City. The energy here is just electric, and it's home to one of the most dynamic and visible LGBTQ plus communities on the planet. You know, what makes New York so powerful is its history. You can literally go and stand right where the modern gay rights movement began, at the Stonewall Inn, which is now a National Historic Landmark. And the NYC Pride March, it's not just a parade, it's this monumental event that draws millions of people from all over the world. Okay, next up, we're heading to the Midwest to check out Chicago. It's got that classic Midwestern warmth for sure, but here it's mixed with this incredible spirit of celebration and a really deeply rooted LGBTQ plus community. Chicago is home to Boys Town, one of the most iconic LGBTQ plus neighborhoods in the entire country. It is just packed with incredible nightlife and culture, and just like the other cities we've mentioned, its Pride Parade is one of the biggest in the nation, a true party celebrating the city's inclusive spirit. But hey, maybe the whole big city buzz isn't what you're looking for this time around. I get it. The cities we've talked about are amazing for history and these huge events, but if you're craving some serious relaxation, nature, and maybe a more intimate community vibe, then a beach escape might be exactly what you need. And there are some fantastic options out there. You've got Key West, which has that perfect blend of laid-back beach days and a really lively nightlife. Then there's Palm Springs, this desert oasis that's all about recreation and gorgeous resorts. And Fire Island in New York offers this super peaceful escape where it's all about nature and community. Okay, so maybe you've picked a destination. Now let's talk about timing your trip just right. A lot of these places are really defined by these huge, iconic events and festivals that offer an experience of community and celebration that you just can't get any other time of year. And when we talk about pride parades in cities like New York, San Francisco, and Chicago, you have to understand the scale we're talking about. These are not small little community gatherings. These are massive, internationally recognized celebrations of identity, drawing enormous crowds every single year.
But the celebration goes so far beyond just parades. You could catch groundbreaking films at festivals like Outfest in LA, connect with activists at major conferences, or maybe find a totally different kind of connection at a wellness retreat in a beautiful place like Palm Springs.
And listen, it's not just about the big events either. No matter what you're into, these destinations offer all sorts of unique activities tailored to every kind of traveler. It is definitely not a one-size-fits-all kind of deal.
So for example, if you're a total history buff,
You can take guided tours of historic landmarks in San Francisco and New York. If you're more of an adventurer, you could join a hiking group in Palm Springs or get out on the water in Key West. And for all you foodies out there are culinary tours that specifically showcase incredible LGBTQ-owned restaurants. There's really an adventure for everyone.
Okay, and finally, let's get practical. Traveling should be fun, it should be freeing, and a little bit of prep work can make sure it stays that way. So let's run through a quick checklist for traveling smart and, most importantly, traveling safe.
It really just boils down to a simple 3-step process. First, do your homework. Check out local laws, read recent reviews of places you might stay. Second, try to connect with local community groups online before you even pack your bags. They're going to have the best insider tips. And third, once you're there, just stay aware of your surroundings and have a plan for who to contact if you need some support.
And really, that's the whole point, isn't it? This is about more than just planning a vacation. It's about finding those special places where you can build community, forge real connections, and create memories in an atmosphere of genuine acceptance and celebration.
So that leaves us with just one last question. With so many amazing, welcoming places out there to explore, your next adventure is definitely waiting. The only question is, where are you going to find your community?